Queen City Confessions.
All right, let's do these anonymous secrets.
Here's the first one.
Mhm.
I really want to leave my college friends group chat. We're all in our late 20s and early 30s, and every one of them have children. I do not. All day, all they text about are their children or what their children are doing. I don't care that your kid had a solid poop.
Oh, God.
I miss the days of day drinking and talking about guys we want to hook up with.
You gotta leave. You gotta leave. But I think it's possible to do it gracefully.
How do you politely leave, though, like your college friend group? Because do you think that, and this is good for you, Holly, like as a person with a kid,
Yeah.
would that offend you? Because I knew, like, when you had your daughter, because if you're new to the show, Holly and I lived together for the first 5 years we worked together. And so we used to go out and we used to have lunch. But I knew when you had your daughter, Maya, our friendship would change because I can't just call you and be like, hey, girl, you want to go out for happy hour on a Friday?
Right.
Because you have responsibilities. But that never made me feel differently towards you. I just knew our relationship was going to change. But would you have ever taken offense to that?
No, as someone, if this was me and I'm one of the parents in the group chat, I'm like, please go. Like I know you don't want to hear about this. And maybe it depends on the people and how self-aware they are and how offended they get. Like if you have a very dramatic group, you already know it's going to be drama. And so, but if you have like grounded in reality friends who understand that like the baby is the center of their world, but nobody else's, this should be a pretty easy conversation. Even if you're like, hey guys, I might step out of the group chat for a little bit, or like maybe I'm gonna mute it or whatever. I don't know. There is a way to do it gracefully. But as the one without the kid, like those parents do still want to go out sometimes. Like they don't just only want to do baby stuff. Like, and now you're the friend that gets to go still do the cool things with them. So don't fully leave them out, I guess.
If you've been on either side of that, you were the person without kids who had a group of friends that had kids, or you're a person that had kids and then had to sort of like say, hey, we're taking a little pause when it comes to this stuff with our friendship because I have a baby. How did you handle that situation? Call us up 1-844-HITS-961.
1-844-448-7961 or text us, put the word hits with your message and send it to 96893.
Here's another Queen City confession. My mom asked me to help her with some stuff around the house this past weekend. She had a pad of paper out on her dining room table and had been scribbling some notes down. I looked at it. I probably should not have. And I'm assuming it was her jotting down notes for her will. She had written down how much money she has. It's in the millions. I had no clue.
Okay.
But she's planning on leaving all of the money to my older brother and not me. I don't know if I should say something or not.
Yes. Yes, say something. Absolutely. And it doesn't have to come as accusatory.
Right.
You can just be like, Mom, I saw this paper. Like, just be honest. Especially because that comes down to your future and your money, okay? Sorry.
Holly's like, get that money.
If I'm not getting that money, I'm not helping around the house. You call my brother, okay? Deuces.
Okay, let me bring another perspective. Obviously, if it's on a pad of paper at the dining room table, maybe your mom is not done writing it out. Like, did she say, like, Dennis, 100% of all my money?
Right.
I mean, so what was the context that made you think that he was getting all the money?
But that's why you can ask. Because, I mean, why can we not talk to our parents about this stuff? Like, if you have a good enough relationship with your parent, you should feel free. And then you'll know exactly when the parent responds. Like if your mom gets all like, how dare you, or tries to make excuses or starts backpack, like whatever, that's going to be your answer. But I would absolutely not feel bad about having that conversation at all.
Have you ever asked your parents about your inheritance? Text hits in your message to 96893. I haven't, because there is none to be had. So I want to hear from you if you've experienced that before. All right, it is 7:31. We got to get to Blown Off. Now, Rob is a little bit older than Gianna, but totally fine with it. Gianna had a problem with something that went down in Rob's penthouse. And yes, he does have a penthouse.
Well, maybe we should ask him about his inheritance.
I want to know who you leaving your money to, Rob.
Right.
I'm open. So we got to find out what happened at this penthouse. It's blown off, and we'll do that next. Right now,